development went in, geez, that's got to be, what, 10, 12 years ago, maybe? A little more? This trail, they wanted it to go all the way around the lake, which they were going to run through the middle of our back of our property, which would be not a real big deal. Our concern was is we didn't know who would be going on the trail, and Terry didn't feel comfortable with that at all. And quite honestly, I'm glad it doesn't go by the house. I think this might be the first time I've been on the trail where I didn't see somebody walking or bicycling. Does seem to be a bit of a pattern. It's more of the adults during the daytime hours riding, or mostly walking. And just before dinner, say 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll see a few bicyclists more towards the adults. And then after about 6 o'clock at night, it seems to be kids walking it. Probably coming down here to be able to smoke their joint, or never see them with booze. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's what they were doing either. But I'll tell you, this electric bike has got me out where I know I wouldn't have gone out. In fact, about 15 years ago, I went out and bought Terry and I each bicycle, very nice ones, that I was hoping that her and I could go for bike rides together, but it was too much work for both of us. We wouldn't go very far and we'd go back home again. And so that didn't work. But if these were out, yeah, it would have worked. Because if I wanted, I don't even have to pedal. I just sort of pedal to get a little bit of exercise. The bike is still doing most of the work. I'm doing a little bit. You know, that little sign, pretty much like the one that was up, the first one you saw. Here's where I saw the deer the other day prancing through. Don't see anything around here now. Okay, I'm doing this by throttle. I'm doing about 11 miles an hour. Using up about 200 watts of the power. I'm going to just show you what it's like. I'll give you full acceleration by throttle only. Yes, 12, 15, 18, 20, 21, it'll go up to 24, but I'm going to be stopping up here. Let's see what's by the rear. I haven't seen much here lately. One reason it's pretty much overgrown. I'm not sure I could see much if there was, but a little earlier in the summer or spring, we had a couple sets of geese, Canadian geese, and oh crap, I can't think of the name of that bird. Oh man, I forget what it is, but you see them down in Florida a lot. First time I ever saw one was this year, in this area, it was this year. But this was put in to help regulate the water level for all the development that went in. One of our biggest concerns was the water level of this lake, without having any major storms or anything, would have flooded out over half the homes as they were being built, where they were proposing to be built and at what elevations. And they wanted to insist that no, it wouldn't be a problem. My next door neighbor, the gentleman that actually owned the house that we live in now before me, he moved another house in and moved his family into that house. He came down to the area, down to the lake, and was taking water levels almost every day, and he did that for about 18 years. So he was our knowledge, if you will, about the water levels, and they did not want to believe us that that was going to be a problem. Then that's when we went down with the maps. Terry, Kathy Gerlach, our next door neighbor, and I was there too, but I wasn't speaking. They brought it up again, showing water levels, and so they decided to put this weir in to keep the water levels lower, but keep the lake water at a relative height. So that's what it's here for. We didn't ask for it, but they put it in. But now that keeps our lake level, or lake water level, appropriate. But if you can see across here, it might be too small. If you look at the bulrushes way across the pond there, across that green algae that's the pond, you can see where the water was about not even a month ago. It was up that high, and now you can see where it's at. So we've lost about a foot so far this year. We haven't had much rain since spring. We've had a couple downpour kind of things, but with all the hot weather we had, we were in the hundreds for a couple days, about 4 or 5 days, I guess. That sort of just dried everything up, and it shows there. We just had a rainstorm yesterday and 2 days ago, and we had a little bit again this morning. Not accumulating a lot. I'm going to guess maybe a half an inch or so between the 2 days. Which way do I want to go? Back the way I came? I'll go this way. Oh, look at that. Someone's on the trail walking. Oh, that bird up. The bird I couldn't remember was an egret. There was one here, not two, just one, which sort of surprised me that there was only one there. But I haven't seen him now for a good month. Excuse me, sir. It's starting to rain. I don't want to be caught out in the rain. There'll be no rain tomorrow. I'll get Trish's bike going. Actually, all I gotta do is check her tires and put a seat on it. I should have said when we turn right onto that road there, if I would turn left, it would take me right to Walmart. Tricia does a lot of the grocery shopping at. Miles an hour right now. I can sort of see where the rain is. Looks like I might be able to make it home. Yeah, I should be able to make it home. Miles an hour. Boulevard. I got my front brakes set a little too high.